Hunter x Hunter, pronounced Hunter x Hunter, is a manga series originally released on March 16, 1998, written and illustrated by Yoshihiro Tagashi, detailing 12-year-old Gon's journey to become a hunter and find his dad, while he makes both friends and enemies along the way. Hunter x Hunter, as well as its anime adaptations, is widely praised as some of the best writing in manga and anime ever. Because of this, many want to go read the manga, or if they'd rather prefer, watch the anime. However, there's a bit of a problem. Hunter x Hunter has two anime adaptations, one first releasing in 1998 while the other releasing in 2011. You may wonder which adaptation to watch, and there's really no definite answer. Many people prefer the 1999 version, while others prefer the 2011 version. The purpose of this video is to list the key differences in both anime and to help you choose which one you'd rather watch. This video will focus on three main points: art style and tone, filler and pacing, and lack of content. Also, to avoid repetition, I may sometimes call the 1999 version the original and the 2011 version the remake. Anyways, let's just jump into it. Art style and tone. Art style in an anime has a different effect on the viewer depending on who you are. For some people, different art styles are pretty much insignificant, while to others, art style can dictate the tone of the anime, which is pretty much the main reason I grouped these two categories together. The art style of the 1999 version and the 2011 version are both extremely different. The 1999 version, as you'd expect, has a more old school art, while the 2011 version is cleaner and more polished. On top of that, the original's art style is darker and more mature, and the remake is more lighthearted and fun, similarly to most shonen anime that came out during that time. This has a huge effect on the tone of the anime, and since the plot can get very dark, many people prefer the maturity that the 1999 version gives, as it fits better to some arcs, mainly the York New City arc, which is beloved by fans and incredibly grim. However, 2011 can also get dark at times, providing a large contrast to the art style you're used to. Due to this fact, others prefer the 2011 version. Also, to talk more about the tone itself, the 1999's tone is notably darker than the 2011, even without the art style, so which anime you choose largely depends on what type of tone or art style you prefer. Filler and pacing. Filler and pacing kinda go hand in hand with each other. With the more filler in anime, the worse the pacing usually is. If you don't know what filler in anime is just content that wasn't included in the source material, which in this case is the manga. The original version of Hunter x Hunter has a decent chunk of filler in it, with out of 92 episodes, 5 completely filler episodes and 10 canon episodes with filler in it. On the other hand, the remake, with 148 episodes, has 2 completely filler episodes and 6 canon episodes with filler in it. This really shows how the 2011 version is much more faithful to the manga, and because of this, many say that it has a better pacing than the 1999 version, and there really isn't much more to say about that. However, we do need to talk about the filler in the original. First of all, I should mention that 5 filler episodes out of 92 is still a very low amount of filler compared to other anime. Also, the filler in the 1999 version is noted by those who've seen it to be much better than typical fillers in anime. Some of it is just regular fun scenes, while others help expand relationships and give more development to characters, most notably Leorio, who many have said to be the least developed out of the main 4. In this category, it mainly comes down to, if you really just want the content that contributes to the story and was included in the manga, then the 2011 version is probably for you. If you don't mind taking a couple small breaks from the plot to have some fun with the characters you're going to attach to, maybe explore some backstories and build dynamics, then you'd probably lean towards the 1999 version. Lack of content. Alright, so this is probably the most defining category out of the three. You see, Hunter x Hunter is not a complete manga series. It is notorious for taking long hiatuses, earning its nickname Hiatus x Hiatus. And because of this, when the 1999 version first aired, the anime ended up catching up to the manga and aired its last episode on March 31st, 2001. The manga for Hunter x Hunter is currently on hiatus and still in the middle of an arc that takes place after both anime. However, the 2011 anime has much more content to give than the 1999 version. The 1999 version adapted up to chapter 185, while the 2011 version is up to chapter 339, nearly double the amount in the original. This content in the 2011 also includes the Chimera Ant arc, which, although being controversial in terms of qualities, is considered to be one of the best arcs in not only Hunter x Hunter, but the shonen genre itself. Now, this may be a game changer to those wanting to watch the 1999 version, but if you're okay with a large change in the tone, art style, voice actors, and soundtrack, then you can pretty much just watch the 1999 version and transition to 2011. However, if that's too jarring for you, or you were on the fence before for which version you'd want to watch, then I just recommend watching the 2011 version. But there's still one major thing. The 2011 version cuts out one very important detail from the manga, and that is the introduction of the character Kite. Now, to avoid spoilers, I won't go into details, but Kite is the character introduced in chapter 1 of the manga and makes a reappearance later in the story. However, in the 2011 anime, most likely to get the ball rolling in episode 1 to keep interest and get the show going, as a remake to an existing anime probably wouldn't get that many on board, Kite was completely cut out from episode 1. Later, when he's the main part of the story, they introduce him and pretend like Gon just forgot about him, which is a kind of a slap in the face. However, onwards from his reintroduction, his character and role in the story is the same as the manga. If that type of thing seems minor to you, then you can just keep going with 2011. If that's a major thing, then you can watch the 1999 version. But if you decide to watch the remake, I recommend on top of watching episode 1, either watching episode 1 of the 1999 version as well, or reading chapter 1 of the manga. And I recommend reading chapter 1 of the manga, but that's just me. Anyways, those are all the main points I had to make about the 1999 version and 2011. There are some other aspects I didn't include, such as different character design and difference in soundtrack, that I thought were either too minor or completely based on personal preference, meaning that I wouldn't really be able to comment on that. But if there is a big factor that I forgot to consider, then please leave a comment below telling me. But the original and remake of Hunter x Hunter are both incredible anime, and either way, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. I hope this video helped you decide which anime you want to watch, and maybe even comment below which one you chose. But anyways, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys next time.